Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna go ahead and test or first impression on some beauty products that I ordered. I did go ahead and get the Tati palette, and I also got the face sponges from her. I went to my local Walgreens and I got some products from this brand called Black Radiance or Black Radiance. Right, I got it. And I'm just gonna go ahead, and test them out, see what works, see what doesn't work. I've heard of Black Radiance before. I've never really tested out their products because most of the stuff are online. And when I went into the Walgreens and I saw that, I was like, yes, I gotta test this out, and we'll see how they work. So without no further ado, let's get started. First, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lid, which I always do. I always use the same thing to prime my lid. I use the Louise Base, so I'm gonna use that to prime my lid. And I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush, and then we're gonna go ahead and to get my handy dandy mirror, which is, my Amazing mirror. And we're gonna go ahead and prime the lid. I should just prime one lid at a time, but since my lid does crease, it's okay. We'll just, tap it before we continue. It's not biggie. I want my look today to be kind of like sharp, so we're gonna go ahead and use these eyeshadow guards from e.l.f. I love these. I buy them every time I go to Ulta. And I said it, and I see that they have it in stock, because they usually don't. They sold all the time, so I just make sure I take it all, and then I cut it up. So I'm always stocked. I'm gonna go back in and put just a little bit, just a teens. So we finally got a Morphe store in Austin, Texas, which is where I'm from, or where I live. I'm actually originally from Dominica, which is a small island in the Caribbean. We have a Morphe store, and then, so I can get my pillow with base from there. Don't have to order it all the way from London anymore, which is amazing. And off we go to Miss Tati's palette. Voila! So I haven't even, touched them. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave them, till right here. You can see all my makeup. That's a lot going on. Okay, and she has them kind of layered in, I guess, what type of eyeshadows they are. So right here, these are her mattes. So there's 24 eyeshadows in the palette. These are the mattes. Then right here are the sequins, and right here we have metallic and then glitter. Because they all kind of have a story. They all go together, kind of. You can just do a look like right here. So I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and let's do story. We're gonna do, let's do this color scheme right here. And we'll see how that works out. And to start, I'm gonna go in with the darker shade, and then I'm using a T4 from Makeup Shack. I'm kind of excited to try that sponge. I can't wait to see what her next product is going to be. Maybe a concealer would be a good idea. But she's a real diehard by her primer, so maybe a primer. I use that primer from Tarte because of her, because she uses it all the time. I'm just patting it in the outer V right here, and then just whatever's left on my brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of blow it out. You could just use this eyeshadow all by itself, just one color. I like bringing my eyeshadow all the way up to my brow. Well, you don't don't have to do that. I mean, everybody kind of do what works for them. There's no bad or good or wrong way in makeup. You just do, you do you. Whatever works for you, knock yourself out. So the first color eyeshadow that I use actually blended very well. So let's go ahead. I don't necessarily say I'm cutting my crease, or I've said in my previous videos, they never really come off like really sharp, like real cut crease sharp. But I do like to put some more eyeshadow base kind of in half my crease. Oh, sorry, half my eye and then back. So from my inner corner to like half. Oh, and for that, my bad, I use a T77 from Makeup Shack. For the most part, my eye brushes today are gonna be from Makeup Shack. So, and let's go back to this palette, Metallic Rose Stories. We're gonna do this one. Okay, so instead of wetting it, what I usually do, because for me it gets real messy if I wet it, so what I do is I just take a wipe and I wipe my brush, so it's still kind of, so it's not like it's damp, it's not wet. It gets a little bit more, bam when I wet it, but I think it's pretty good just on its own. This eyeshadow palette says volume 1, so I'm guessing there's gonna be more volumes. Hopefully volume 2 is like super bright. So I don't like how, see, so it's just so orange. I'm gonna take this brush from Makeup Shack, the T45, and I think I'm gonna go in the Ritual line, and I'm gonna take the brown just to darken out my outer V a bit. Yeah, that brown really kind of, help bring it home. Now I'm gonna try just to mesh this inner corner color and the out. I'm gonna go to this shade right here, this one in the storyline, and I'm just gonna put it right here. These are so pigmented, so you definitely need to tap out, the excess, because they come to play. I was thinking of just recording my looks in the mornings, but this takes so long before work. I would go to work late every day, which I kind of do already. It would just be even worse. Make sure your corner of the eye right here is blended. Do the same thing over here, and voila. I use just a few eyeliners. I go between my Fenty and my Beauty Bakery. If it works, I don't go. I just stick with it. I love these eyeshadow guys. They're heaven. Cause I'm terrible with my wing liner. Then time to take off these cards and back to my wipe. So I got some fallout when I was putting on the shimmery colors, but not too much fallout at all when I actually put the mattes. First, we're gonna go ahead. I moved to the base, but I always moisturize. Always moisturize. First, I do under my eye, because under my eye is like really dry. So I use a dry oil, because I don't want it to be super greasy. And I use the First Aid Beauty. It's just the cannabis and oat dry oil. I love this. And I just tap it under my eye. I put it in the corner of my nose, because it gets really dry too. And if you have oily skin, don't be scared to use this, because it dries up. So like it's dry, but at the same time moisturizing, so it doesn't just stay, because I don't usually use oils for my face, because you know that can be just like just slippery, but this is like really dry. And then I moisturize my face with these two. I don't use this during the summertime because I do have combination oily skin, more on the oily side, just with some dry patches, but my face get pretty oily during the day. But wintertime, man, my face is like, I think during winter I have dry skin. So, and these are from Clinique, is the Clinique ID line, and I use the oil control gel and the hydrating gel. And you can almost just use this as a primer because it's actually like a little bit tacky. I'm just using my blue stick from Milk Makeup. I'm just gonna use this kind of like right here. So I did read a few things about this foundation online, and they said to shake it. So let's give it a good shake. Shake your body. Sorry, I don't sing. I'm not sure, you know, what was in my head at the moment, but let's go ahead and don't do that again. But yes, the foundation, they say it's oil free, it's creamy, it's full coverage, long lasting. That's a lot of claims, so we'll see. Ooh, so it kind of has like a spatula. Man, I don't know. It looks pretty good. This shade looks pretty good. And if you're close to my complexion, this color is creme brulee. Creme brulee. We're gonna go ahead and use the Tati sponge. So when I look at Tati's video, it says to like tap it, and then so you can tap it and then smudge it. So let's go ahead and tap. It feels good. So this took very little foundation off my face. So I mean, it does have some on there. Obviously, it's a puff sponge thingy, so it is gonna take some stuff. But I am definitely not seeing full coverage. I'm thinking, because I can still see my dark spots kind of peeking through. Oh, I love this. I love this sponge because sometimes I have issues that get into the corner of my nose. And then right here, because my brush just kind of takes off some of my brows, which is no bueno. Yeah, I don't know. And this is just, you know, first impression, so the foundation might wear pretty well, but I like a little bit more full coverage, and this foundation is definitely oxidizing. Let's go ahead and put another layer on here. I feel like this is like medium coverage, because even when I added more foundation, it's like, you know, I don't want to put too much foundation, and I already put, you know, a lot, because then they're just gonna look like a patchy matte. No, sorry, like just too much stuff, too much. Then it looks crazy heavy, and your foundation starts to fall apart. Yeah, I can still see all my scars. I like this shade though, but it gets a little bit darker. Maybe it's one of the foundations that doesn't really like look good when you just apply it, but when it sits on the skin, like it gets better. I don't know. I'm just being optimistic here. And now I need to order me some more sponges because I love it. When I get something that I love, I like to have backups, just in case. I didn't know what else to do with this. We're just gonna go ahead and continue because we already started. I like just a little bit, you know, more full coverage, just a little, just a little tone color correct, but I need a little. Been having some real hard time sleeping. Oh, I'm using this from Dragun Beauty. I'm using a concealer brush from Sephora. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap this in here. And I'm using my favorite concealer. It's the Power Fabric in 7.75 from Armani. I know when I put this, it looks super white when I put it on me. And I know this looks really light on camera, but I promise you, as soon as I start blending it, it just melts into the skin. I was like, oh, I'm gonna put a little concealer. How is that a little concealer? I'm gonna use a setting powder from that black Radiance line, and that scares me. Hopefully there's no flash. And I thought, like, you know, to be able to test the product before I buy it, because then I feel like it's wasteful to just return it. And I'm gonna go back to my Tati sponge. What's it called? Blendiful. I'm gonna use a clean edge and let's dab the concealer. Let's see how that smoothens it up. Since Miss Tati say you can use it for that. And let's go to the small sponge. The only thing is the small one is not as soft as the bigger one. And then we're using this from Black Radiance in the color Banana. On their website it says to dab and then knock off the excess, sorry. And that's what's throwing me off. I feel like it's the foundation. Like, then I'm gonna set the rest of my face, and for that I'm using just, it's dark and it's the next to nothing pressed powder. And for my eyelashes, I'm gonna use my Benefit Bad Girl Bang. And for my falsies, I'm gonna use, I think it's the Chic D line from I Envy, and I'm using the Star 14. And I use my favorite lash glue from Kiss, which is the clear strip lash glue in clear from Kiss. And I just put them back on the case so they could dry while I move to my rest of my face. So I'm gonna go back to the first color that I used, and I'm gonna put that very close. And I was just using before that, sorry, I was using a shader brush from Luxie. So now I'm gonna use an M506 from Morphe, and I'm going to go to the brown color and just blow this out a little bit. Let's use this eye pencil from Urban Decay. I love these eye pencils. They're glide on eye pencils, and this is in the color Torch. And I'm gonna put that in my waterline. I keep looking at the foundation on my face and I'm like, ah. One of the things I saw on the Black Radiance side was to use it with your finger. So I'm guessing like it's kind of like a BB cream. If you can just, you know, maybe, I don't know. And to bronze, I'm gonna go ahead and use this. It's a finishing powder. It's not really a bronzer, but the shades they had was super dark. So I'm like, I just go ahead and just take a color to bronze. Do want a little bit more definition in my face. So I'm gonna go, this is another, this one is just from Black Radiance. It's a matte finish. this brush though. Trash. I got this blush from this company, Kiko, and then this color is the Ocean Fur blush. No color. See? Smells good though. Like you wanna eat it like a candy. Forgot my lashes. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try. So I'm gonna use this to just dust off that excess powder. So you can see I already have separation like right here. I'm not even done doing my makeup yet. And for highlighter, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this shade in my Makeup Forever Trio. Let's go ahead and line my lip. For that, I'm using Mocha from the Estee Lauder. I'm gonna use $2.97. This is my lip gloss from Chanel. I love this lip gloss. We can't forget the inner corner. Just, you know, one more teensy. So I feel like the glitter, you would need like some glue. Let me see. Oh, this is going everywhere. So I do have a little bit of fallout here from this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use this and let's go ahead and set this in place. And I'm just gonna use my Wet n Wild photo focus spray in, I think, Rose. So guys, here's the final look. Here's my final thoughts on the palettes that I used today. The palette, amazing. I love it. I love the colors. I love how easy it was to blend. The foundation, not so much. The foundation says it was supposed to be full coverage, but I think I got like maybe highlight coverage. It's more kind of a baby cream, and I can already see some separation like right here. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be downhill from there. I did love the sponge. I love how soft it was. The small sponge, not so much. It did put the powder very nice under my eye, but you know, I guess maybe that's why she did it. It's maybe more for like the eye area, because I feel like if I had to use it around my face, it would take all day, and it's kind of dense too. So I'm just like, I'll pass on that. But it comes as a package, so for $18 you still get to get the big sponge, which is amazing. So that's totally worth it. The powders that I use to bronze, I love this powder, so I will use them again. The foundation, not so much. It goes right back to the store or in the trash. And have a nice day.